All right, everyone. Sometimes I just feel like doing a reading. And I was messing around offline and pulling on a couple of different things. And this is a Leo soap opera. I had to do it because of how it's been coming up in the weekly reads in the Leo position, if you will. I just figured we'd check in on our favorite turd eater sitting in toxin and showing themselves that it's great and see how they're doing. See how that turd steak is tasting. See if they actually can see it for what it is. I don't know, but I'm pulling this right on top of the 1010 portal energy and right on top of Pluto retrograde or Pluto about to go direct. This should be interesting, if for no other reason. It should be very interesting. So, Leo soap opera, here we go. Incoming energy, I can't tell you apart from it, so this could be you. I hope the fuck this isn't you. But either way, let's see what this is here. It's the energy I've been getting. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. This could be going on. You're all moving at different speeds on your timelines, so it is what it is. But I got 4 Pentacles here in the pre-shuffle, just the surface energy. I say, what's going on with this incoming energy? I got someone who's afraid, fear, the 4 of Pentacles, that they're going to get hurt again. 3 of Swords. And that's stopping them from making any moves in a new direction. Alright? Somebody's afraid they're going to get hurt again. Meaning, it's sort of like that energy of somebody who takes out something somebody else did on them, on you. It's that type of energy. They're afraid to move forward in a new direction, what this connection has shown them. Or I could say, if I wanted to just surface energy it up, which is what this is, they're afraid to reach out to you and say how they feel, for example. Because they're afraid they're going to get hurt again. There's the word again in here. It feels like it's like I feel it like a repeat energy. So I don't know what that means. Maybe that'll come up in the reading. I don't know. But that's, again. So they act disinterested, but there's a disappointment attached to that, too. They get disappointed in themselves. In the end, it keeps them stuck. 10 Swords. Somebody here is stuck in something that's dead. It's a toxic situation. It's past its expiration date. It's been long dead. And they kill any prospects for anything new because of what I've said. And that's what's happening in this current energy. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me in the current energy the way it is with this particular person, whoever this energy belongs to. So let's shuffle the deck. Let's pull a reading. Let's just see what we get. Okay, that was just the surface energy. Let's see what we get here. First card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? So why the fuck are we here? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, let's see. The Knight of Swords. I don't know. They got something they'd like to say. I mean, that's kind of what I get. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. The energy coming off of that was scattered. And the King of Cups. Someone here is afraid to say how they feel. Because it might stir things up on their side. If they're, for most, generally speaking, on the Leo angle, I get someone who's married or in a relationship, it's fairly toxic. Okay, it's been long past its expiration date. It could just as easily be a career that's holding them back or a family type situation. But they're afraid to say how they feel. They've got something they want to say, but they hold back. They bite their lip, bite their tongue, zip their lip, whatever. All right. All right. That's why that Knight of Swords felt weird. That's why I didn't know. Usually I get a Knight of Swords, it's like, okay, somebody's got something to say. But that Knight of Swords wasn't going anywhere. It's like somebody hit it with a freeze gun, right? It's weird. All right, let's go. All because of what the pre-shuffle said. All because they're afraid they're going to get hurt again. I suspect for some of you, when you cross paths with this person, had your soul recognition, just before they ran, you reminded them, or whatever happened with you reminded them of something that happened in the past. So they were like, oh no, not again, and they ran. That kind of scenario. At least in their mind. They may not have said it. Well, they might have. But that's kind of what's happening. And now we're at a point where the feelings are still there, and the feelings are probably quite high under this 1010 portal energy. And we got somebody who's still very afraid to say how they feel. But at the same time, they're very disappointed in themselves. And at the same time, they still stay in something that's dead and past its expiration date. And at the same time, they don't want your connection to be dead. very weird. All right, here's our reading. I've been talking the whole time. And that means something. The universe knows what I'm looking for. I'm riffing on the energy. It gives me more of the energy. Overall energy of this reading is 6 swords. Fueled by what? An Ace of Cups. Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide energy. All right, I got all kinds of stuff here. There's so much energy coming out of this reading. This person is afraid somebody else is going to snatch you up. That's one. This person is afraid of the feelings, and the feelings are flowing. That's another. They can try and get away, but they're not going to get far. All right, they're not going to get far. They also view this. See the way I'm holding the cards? They also view this as the choppy water. Right? Their feelings for you create a problem for them. Okay. All right. This person's always been interesting. That's why it gets a special soap opera all to itself. Okay, our reading's on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul, how this person is behaving. Okay, their soul energy. Hidden energy is here. Message from the universe read with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. I doubt I'm going to extend this because I doubt I want to spend any more time with this person. What I want to do with this energy here, if this were an actual person in front of me and this were their energy, I would want to smack them in the back of the head. What the fuck are you doing? That's what I would say. What are you doing with your life? Are you crazy? Right? Those are the words that would come out of my mouth. All right. Fine. I'm going to stay neutral here. Energy around your connection. 2 of Pentacles. Round and round and round and round. It's ripe for change. All somebody needs to do. This is that smack in the back of the head. All somebody needs to do here is make a damn decision. And it's attached to one of the energies. It's either you or them, but I suspect it's them. I suspect it's the incoming energy. But again, I can't tell you apart. You're very similar in frequency. This person's just behaving out of character. Somebody needs to make a decision. No decision's being made, so your connection is growing. It's growing into a butterfly or maybe a moth, we could say. It's not just a little moth, one that flies around. The connection is very powerful. It's Mothra, right? That moth that battles Godzilla, right? It's right there. No decision here. It's just round and round and round. Okay. How are they behaving in the 3D? Give me the 3D energies here, the 4 of Swords. They're not doing anything about it. It's just spinning round and round. This is a void energy attached to this particular 4 of Swords. They're not healing. They're not listening to their intuition. They're not shutting their brain down. Just spinning their wheels. That's what they're doing in the 3D. I'll put it that way. Their soul is here. I like their soul energy. I do. It bookends that. It's the 7 of Pentacles. I like it. A lot. It's like the soul is on a smoke break. Okay? This is why this void energy is here. All right? I could also read this energy as sort of a divine timing, where it's a harvest time energy from the soul, right? The soul is ripe to do something, but the energy flows from here to here. So when it gets to the brain, nothing happens because somebody here is just spinning their wheels. That's all. They're not listening to it. They're not listening to the soul. They're not doing anything. They're not even listening to their brain. They're just sitting in the middle, right? Floating. Okay. Sort of like the boat that's usually on this 6 of Swords, which doesn't have a motor. It relies on just sort of the wind to push it or whatever. There's no wind. There's no nothing. Okay. All right. Hidden energy, message from the universe, read with 2 Pentacles. Yeah, 2 Cups. No one's made a decision. They haven't made a decision. They're just spinning their wheels, hanging on to the energy and letting the connection just sit there. Percolate. Like some stew on the stove that you let simmer after it comes to a boil. You turn it down, you cover it, you walk away. It's simmering. That's all. And again, at the same time, because this is a very balanced energy we're in right now, somebody knows exactly what they want to do. All right. Potential final outcome. Red with 4 swords. I can't imagine what this is. I can't imagine. Hierophant. This is a card that represents a marriage for me, the way the energy comes off of it. Something long-term in their life. Could be a marriage, could be a relationship, could be a family, could be the way they've been living. All of the above, even. Somebody here is doing nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing about it. They just leave, again, like stew on a stove in a pot, just simmering, covered, you walk away. You could take off for a couple of hours, go out and run some errands, you leave it there. It's just there. Everything here is just simmering. Your connection is simmering. Their life, their toxic relationship is simmering. Okay? This connection has brought a lot of healing to them. You've shown them, it's taught them some things about their own spirituality. I do get that in another layer of energy. Let's clarify. We're going to talk to the light seers here. Let's go. Two of Pentacles. Why is it here? Very interesting little Leo soap opera here. It's a quiet episode. Right? It's a quiet episode. It's very quiet. You can hear my voice is kind of mellow too. I'm just what's going on? I don't know. We're going to find out. This could be the most boring reading I've ever pulled because of this energy that's here. Nothing more boring than watching a pot of stew simmer. It's pretty boring. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Unless you're Flem the parrot, who likes to sit in the kitchen when I make food. He asks every 5 seconds, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? No, it's not done. This is not even that exciting. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? If I were you, I'd just shut off this damn reading. It's fucking boring. It's just sitting there. Queen of Pentacles crossing the Two of Pentacles. Yep. You're sitting there. They're sitting there. They know you're there. They feel you. Void. Man, as far as their life goes, and even the spiritual changes, it's like this person is a tape machine and they hit their own pause button. That's the way the energy feels. I'm just being honest with you. I know you come here for, they regret it and they're turning around and coming back, but those are fake readings. That's the surface energy. If it were that easy, they'd have done it a long time ago, because there's a lot of love here. I know, I got 2 cups from the message from the universe. It's like the universe is saying, hey, I know all this is boring. They really love you. You know, it's there. They feel the connection. I know they feel the connection. They feel you sitting there. Right? Wow. I don't understand. What's on top here? The Two of Wands. Again. What did I say? Rewind. Stew, simmering. There she is. She's just sitting there. I got so many. How many more pictures am I going to get of people just sitting there? Two of Wands. Yeah, they definitely would love to come towards you. This is that image of someone here is, there's their life, the way that, you know, their toxic relationship or whatever still there in the room. They're holding on to your connection. They feel you. Queen of Pentacles there, Two of Cups there. But they're at a distance. Their energy is distant. Why? She's like 5 floors up. You're down on the ground. Why is the Two of Wands here? Star. It's another divine timing energy, but it's not really. The star implies a tower has happened. However, in this case here, I think this whole thing is a tower happening all at once. These two are doing basically the same thing. In a way, if you look at them, they're kind of doing the same thing. I think I get this. This person here, I understand now. Here's you. They wish that you would just come toward them, and I don't think that's a good idea. I don't, under this energy. I think this person it's unstable on some level. I don't think anything would come of it. It's like both of these people are waiting. And I even get a waiting energy in one of the layers here. All right, tell me about the Four of Swords. What is happening here? All right. I tell you, I don't even know if I'm going to put this reading online. I'll be surprised if you're watching. If you're watching it, it means something happened. Because as I sit here right now, and I'm always honest with you guys, I'm tempted to just scrap this motherfucker. It's purely because it's boring. And the Leo soap opera is one of my favorite TV shows. It's better than what's on TV. Right? It's the best show on YouTube, usually. I get animated. I yell at this person. I get excited. Talk about shit steaks and all kinds of... it's the most boring season ever. Okay, what's going on? All right. Four of Swords, why is it here? Jesus Christ. Another person sitting. This time it's my mechanic angel on a smoke break. It's Temperance. That's the tower. I said the star implies the tower is happening. That's the tower. The universe right here. Temperance. That in the animal deck over here, Wild Unknown, is a great blue heron. The great blue heron will stand there. Literally motherfucking stand there. Just sit there, sit there, sit there, sit there. On a rock for hours until the little fish comes out from under the rock. Okay? It will sit there. And it's a very patient hunter. That's why it's on the temperance card. That's the tower. Something's about to happen here. There's a predictive energy that's here. All right? And I called this my mechanic angel, like I have for a long time since I've been here. When Angel takes a lot of smoke breaks, but when he comes off smoke breaks, something gets fixed. He's a damn fine mechanic. He's expensive, but he's good. What's on top? 8 of Pentacles. Yep, they're distracting themselves away. The presence, it's a simmering stew. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? There it is. Did you see what I just did? And this reason, this card right here, what just happened, is probably why you're watching this reading and I didn't scrap it. What I learned here and figured out when I threw that temperance card, with this, they're trying to distract themselves. It's not going to work. Something's about to happen. Somebody here, and that doesn't surprise me with Pluto about to go direct. That does not surprise me. All right. And now we in business. All right. They're not going to be able to distract themselves. And in fact, the more they sit here, the antsier they get. Right? Ants in their pants. Boom. Okay. Let's talk about 7 Pentacles. Again, an energy usually, with the energy that's coming off this, it's someone sitting on their hands. But I've got a harvest energy here. I've got the soul is awake. I've got 2 cards of divine timing bookending each other. All right? I knew there was a tower somewhere. I knew it. And I'm glad the universe threw it there. That card alone saved this reading. Is why you're watching it. It means this shit should start to get pretty interesting around here. I'll pull as much as I need to get the answers I'm looking for. Right now, I want to know what the fuck's going on here in the soul energy with the 7 of Pentacles. What's going on here? What's going on? Yeah, this is what's going on. It's crossed by the 5 of Swords. My coffee house guy. The reason I make coffee at home. I'm annoyed with... this person has a great soul. They really do. And constantly, they are afraid. There you are, off in the background, and that's them. Okay? Somebody here is just not willing to take a leap of faith, to trust their intuition at all. They trust the soul energy. And it's going to backfire on them, as false victories often do. If we cheat to get a victory, it comes back on us. Think about all those people that were doping in sports and stuff like that. It usually, and they win big medals and things like that. It usually comes back to bite them in the ass, right? Who was that bicycle guy? Lance Armstrong, right? All came back to bite him in the ass. You can't. You never get away. It's a false victory. You never really get away with it. What's on top? All right. Judgment. Yeah, that's God's source, the universe itself. This energy, the tower comes from the soul waking the motherfuck up. Can't distract themselves. The moment they realize they can't distract themselves away from this connection, that the moment they realize that you're not just going to show up, that they're going to have to do something, is the moment the tower happens and it comes in, the floodgates open. And like a phoenix rising, this sucker awakes, right? This sucker awakens right here. Why is Judgment here? 9 Swords, yeah. Nervous about communication, they really are. But they put it past them. That's simply the energy of 9s of the end in tarot, okay? It's the end. This person can't block this. Whatever they think they're accomplishing here, it's going to, by just leaving things as they are. This is sort of a person who's in this energy, just leaving things the way they are. They know that they love this connection. They know they feel this connection. They probably regret not coming towards it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. They know they're in a toxic situation that's long past its expiration date. They know this connection has changed you, maybe, or your connection with them has changed their spiritual perspective. But right now, they're not doing anything about anything. They're just sitting there, okay? Just sitting there. There's a nervous tension that comes in. 9 of Swords with Judgment can cause a real emotional earthquake. Oh, I don't know, a tower maybe? Because energy flows from here to here. Yeah. The very act of this is building the energy. And that's why I said here, They can run very slowly. There's no motor on that boat, but they can't hide. This is erupting, okay? There's a lot of emotions here. All right, let's go. It's hard for them. Also, I get an energy here. It's hard for them to tell themselves that their life is great. They probably tell others how happy they are and how great their life is. But from where I'm sitting, it looks like a pretty shitty apartment. All you got is a globe and what looked like an ashtray. That's it, a globe and an ashtray. That's your damn apartment. Huh, how about that? No furniture, no nothing, couple pool sticks. Wow, you're living, right? They try to convince you that, well, the furniture hasn't arrived yet, it's on its way. Your apartment's lit by string lighting, old Christmas lights? Really? That don't look good to me. 2 cups. I mean, I'm all for minimalist, but that's taking it a bit far if all you got is 2 pool sticks, a globe, and an ashtray. All right, here we go. 2 cups, and I know there's not an ashtray on that card, but to me, hey, that's the way it reflects. I'm just looking at it. All right, here we go. 2 cups. The image they put out is different than the reality, is my point. I'm just trying to spice up a very boring reading. This is boring. I'm going to admit it. It is. Because this person's not doing anything, but something's about to pop here. And it's probably when Pluto goes direct, so pay attention to my Pluto direct reading, which I'm going to pull tomorrow. 2 of Cups. Man, are they in their head about you. But they put it down. 5 wands crossing it. Yeah, the universe saying, yeah, right now, no decisions are being made. No decisions are being made. It's a whole lot of hoping and wishing, though. A whole lot. There's a whole lot of that there. At the same time, this person is full of shit. I'm surprised I don't have a 7 of Swords somewhere. They're full, or a devil. They're full of shit. You know, it's like they're very in their head about this connection, but they've said enough is enough. And I'm not dealing with this on my side. I'm not dealing with that connection. They're not doing anything. They're just floating. They're just simmering stew. What's on top? Temperance again. Yeah. Again, same energy. It was here. Now it's here. It's red with the 2 of Wands. Yep, same thing. These 2 are doing the same thing. It's that great blue heron energy again. Why is Temperance here this time? That's why. The Lovers. Listen, your connection heals this person quite a bit. Your connection, I said already about your connection, that you've changed, or it or you, or both, has changed the way they look at life. Spiritually, emotionally, the way they look at life. It's changed it. It's forever changed their life. And it has. This person here, they get a peaceful, easy feeling around your connection. Okay? And they're still watching. The energy is still there. They're still holding on to your energy. They're just not doing anything right now about it. For now. But that Tower is there. And that Tower is red with the last card I'll pull. These are red together. So let's see. The Hierophant. Let's go. Tell me about the Hierophant. Why is it here? Final outcome. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the final outcome is love wins the day. I'll say something like that. In this case here, it's God wins the day. Spirituality wins the day. Whatever their spirituality is. At the end of the day, it's the spiritual nature of this connection you have with this person that's going to win the day. They don't want to be without you. They don't. I think they're just afraid of getting hurt again. And I like that the reading went deeper and didn't keep harping on that point. But that's why they're sitting still. That's why they're simmering stew. Just sitting there. Right? But as stew simmers, it's an interesting choice I made to use that as the analogy. As stew simmers, it develops flavors. It tastes better the longer it sits. If you were to let it sit overnight and come out the next morning, it would taste way better than if you ate it 20 minutes in. Flavor develops. Fats dissolve within the broth or the stew juices, if you will. Right? And that's kind of what's happening here. Your connection has grown inside them. It's grown, no matter how much they try to distract themselves from it, it's doing something. It's working. And it's done a lot. It's changed them quite a bit. And I think that's why the Tower's here. I think We're reaching a snapping point fairly soon. And I think it has a lot to do either with the upcoming solar eclipse or Pluto direct in Capricorn. And yeah, I'm still shuffling, but I'm riffing on the energy. What's important in my readings is what I say while I'm shuffling. A lot more than what I say when the cards hit the table. Because that's where the energy is just sort of free-flowing. And I'm just riffing on it. I'm done. And I said I was surprised. I said this person's full of shit. I was surprised I didn't have a Seven of Swords or a Devil. I did say that, right? Rewind? Yeah. It's the Devil. Devil's crossing the Hierophant. There's a tie. It's not about toxin on their side. It's about your connection. It's because this energy just flows right over. The ties that bind here. There's a tie that you have with this. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to riff on the energy some more. I wouldn't be surprised if, even though this person ran from you, if your life changed a lot because you came into contact with this person. Like you used to be invisible, but now all of a sudden everybody wants to know your name. You never really had much luck with money, and now all of a sudden you're fucking rolling in it. You catch my drift over and over and over like that? And you probably think, well, maybe I'm just being rewarded by the universe. No, there was some sort of activation here, okay? And you might wonder if the same thing happened on their side. It's trying to, but it hasn't yet because they keep looking away. But that energy builds. The same thing should have happened on their side. If you two had come together, I mean, it's like Wonder Twin powers activate kind of thing, all right? I mean, what's on top here? There it is. Both the cards I said I'm surprised aren't here showed up in the final outcome. Ain't no card trick. I'm not Penn or Teller. Okay? There's no magic trick here. This is real. I'm definitely. This person here. Why is this here? Seven Swords. There's a lot of lies. One of the things, this card used to be called the Pope. One of the things going to a priest or going to the Pope does for you is they point out where you're going wrong. They point out where you're full of shit, where you're fooling yourself, where you're living in the case of the Pope or a priest, they might point out where you're living contrary to the Bible or contrary to God, right? Or in our case here, we'll just say the energy around you, okay? Your connection showed this person how they're living. It's like confessional, right? A little bit. Why is the Seven Swords here? I told you something about to happen. I took a peek. It's the Fool. Yeah. New direction. Taking a leap of faith in a new direction, new journey. Brand new. All right. As they're being shown all of this. Again, this sums up everything I said earlier. I'm trying to take energy that's fairly mellow and relaxed and kind of dive into the stew. I'm sticking my hand down into the simmering stew. I think when you cross paths with this person and they ran from you and say off they go, right? For reasons we've talked about in many readings. Your life changed. It had to on some level. You noticed a change. Something happened. All of a sudden you're the fucking belle of the ball, or all of a sudden things start going your way. I see it. It's right here in the cards. It played out for one side, and the other side just ran from it or bullshit themselves or thought it was crap or whatever. It's now catching up and playing out for the other side. And when it does, when things start happening for them, all of a sudden things change. All of a sudden they're the belle of the ball or whatever. All of that. And they notice it. They're going to put two and two together and realize that it was this connection the whole time. I believe that's true. I believe this card is red with the Tower. Something happens here as the soul wakes up. Your connection woke something up inside this person. Sure, they've been Five of Swords was crossing here. They've been denying it. They've been running away from it. They've been sabotaging it. But no more. They're not able to do it. It's going to be undeniable for this person and probably cause them a lot of anxiety when all of a sudden the soul wakes up and that same thing that got activated in you gets activated inside them. This is an energy that's been lurking around in this Leo soap opera that I've never been able to get to come in here. It's here right now. I can finally taste it. I can put my finger on it. All right? So looking at it from your perspective, however this connection changed your life, it's about to change theirs in either the same way or maybe an equal and opposite way. It's possible on that front. But I read it as fairly positive. You know, I read it as a good thing. Wow. So yeah, somebody here out of nowhere takes a leap of faith. But it's not about them coming toward you and communicating. It's about activation. It's about piece of the soul being woken up. It's where change begins. And this card represents a great deal of change. There used to be a fucking tree there. That squirrel lived in it. Now, not only does he not have the tree anymore, he doesn't even have any nuts. They're on the ground, on fire right there. There's something pretty big. A pretty big revelation is about to happen here with this person. All right? Sort of like in my mind's eye, as they try to move away and distract themselves from this connection, this is a bit like flying too close to Jupiter and then trying to get away. You can't. Once you get in too close, you're stuck. You're fucked at that point. They're kind of fucked because this connection is awake. It is waking up big time for them. The activation is coming. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It will cause them to see the toxin in their life. It will cause them to get real about their bullshit, sort of like going to a confessional, and which in turn will cause them to take a leap of faith in a new direction. In the current energy, it's what I said in the pre-shuffle, the surface energy. They're not coming, they're not doing anything. They're not coming towards you because they're afraid of getting hurt again. Something about that. Let's find out. Rather than pull 3 cards and see what else the universe wants to tell you, let me pull 3 cards from the bottom. Let me pull 3 cards and a crossing card from the top. Okay? And see what again means. All right? Because for a good number of you, and it won't apply to all of you, or it may be something you don't know. For a good number of you, this person, when you had soul recognition with them, took one look at you and went, "Oh no, not again," to themselves, or they said it out loud. What do they mean by again? Because it keeps coming up. It's in the energy. What's again? What's that? I don't know. You probably reminded them, and this can happen in these ties that bind, in these soul contracts. It can happen that they got a couple of testers that came in. You know, you were the real deal. They got some before you that weren't the real deal. So they just think you're like them, when in reality, you were the big one, right? You were the one that they should have held on to. But at the very least, when a connection like this, when I see this energy, a lifelong friendship should have developed. At the very least. At the very least out of this. All right? This is someone, definitely an energy of someone who is quite fond of you. I see it all right here. Just look at what these two are doing. Look at that. Nice. Look at that right there. Absolutely. On top of 2 cups. These are very... You want to talk about your connection? 2 cups and the lovers together is a powerful connection. Twin flame, deep soul, that kind of thing. You throw temperance in there? Holy shit. You know, I mean, it's a powerful connection. All right, let's go. What's this again about? All right. What was this energy, this incoming energy, so damn afraid of in approaching my viewers here? What is it? Give me something. Oh, okay. I see the bottom card. 5 wands, justice, and the lovers. Well, there's a lot here. The base energy is 6 of wands crossing justice. In the base energy, this person here probably, okay, I'll put it this way. Since this energy I get for the Leo, this person's married or in a relationship, in a toxic situation that's past its expiration date, they knew the moment they met you that you were better than that person, that they liked you more than that person, that you were a better person than that person that they're married to or in a relationship with. They knew right away, instantly, and it got in their head about it. And then they realized you might have even crossed paths with this person right at the moment they had fixed things with that toxic person at a sort of honeymoon period, if you will, where they had fixed things and they were afraid fighting was going to happen. Either way, they got in their head about you, about stupid nonsense. Could have picked anything about you. Oh no, I don't want to blah, 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 blah. Because they felt the power of the connection and it scared the living shit out of them. They were being pulled towards you. Pulled towards you. Big time. I mean, the way these geese fly south, they know, that kind of pull. It's that kind of thing. That's the one hand. All right. On the other hand here, I need to see what's fueling this. Yeah, the Page of Wands. Yeah. Again, they knew that you would be something new and great and it'd be fun and it'd be terrific. On the other hand here, that divorce situation on their side that some of you are waiting for, it's much more complicated than you may realize. But it's not as complicated as they're making it out to be in their own head. Okay? But all that matters is in their own head. I think something happened here very similar. I think another person before you, assuming this person is married or in a relationship, which is what I get quite a bit here on the Leo angle, I think another person before you came in. Maybe it started out as just a friend, but they made a play for them, or a similar situation happened. Right? I have no idea what it could. I have no idea. But the first time it happened, it didn't play out well. It didn't end well for them. It ended badly or caused problems for them. And they, in turn, took that out on you. All right? Whatever the case is, they lumped you with that other situation. And now they're realizing it was a mistake. And which is why they've shut down. Which is why they're sitting there and just simmering stew, Let's grab one more deck. Let's grab the little animal deck. So there's a lot here. For a general reading, that's the most I can pinpoint it. I mean, maybe you wrote them a poem. Okay? Maybe, let's just take an example. An example. You wrote them a poem, right? And the last time somebody wrote them a poem, they said thank you to that person, and it ended up blowing up in their face. It went all wrong. Everything went sideways, catawampus. So you write them a poem, not knowing about that previous situation, and this person blows up at you. They freak out. Like, oh no, I'm not doing that again. And run. And you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's that kind of thing. It is that kind of energy. It's this energy, this incoming person here is prone to making mountains out of molehills. All right, they definitely are somebody who sometimes has a past history of acting impulsively, and I've told you that before. That's here for sure. Let's pull on what's going on their side. I'm not going to extend this, but I am going to kind of extend this little reading right here. All right, let's see where we go, because we do cool things like that here. Right? Why not? I don't really have anything else to do today, so I'm just kind of goofing around. All right, let's see. Tell me about what's going on their side. What's this, marriage, relationship? What is it? What's happening here with that under this current energy? Let's go. Let's go. It's over. We get this every fucking time. 10 death card. I almost said 10 swords. It feels like it. It's a death card. I mean, how many times? Every fucking time. The death card. Death card. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's powerful. The Hangman. The 8 of Cups. There. Before I even pull the last card. Death card crossing 8 cups. It's over. Okay? But it's past its expiration date. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And that's what the energy says. It's past its expiration date, but somebody's doing nothing about it. Hangman, they're just sitting there on the fence. What have I been telling you this whole reading? Right? Round and round. They're just sitting there. How many times we had people just sitting there? Just sitting there, sitting there. Queen of Pentacles crossing there. She's just sitting there. Just sitting there. He was crossing here too. Everywhere. It's everything I've talked about in this reading. They just sitting there. It's past its expiration date. They know it's over, but nobody doing anything. And they're pretending that it's great. 3 cups. Celebration energy. I think they're going to open up about it at some point. We already know that from the Tower and the Fool. But what's red with Hangman? The Sun. This is a Pollyanna energy. First of all, in the Hangman, these are red, center, left, right. In the Hangman, They're aware they're aware. The sun lights everything up. They're aware that it's past its expiration date and over. But it's what I said over here. But they're pretending everything is great with a celebration energy under the death card. Again, everything is great. They're sitting here and just telling themselves that everything is fine. It's not fine. You're telling me you're living the life of luxury and everything is terrific. You've got a globe, an ashtray, and 2 pool sticks. And your apartment is lit by old Christmas lights. Okay? That is not living like a king. That is not, I mean, that might be fine. I got no problem with that. I'm good. I don't like a lot of shit. But that's not the image this person's putting out. I'm just using it as a metaphor. They're saying that they're absolutely happy and everything's terrific. I'm content where I am. And I have a base energy of the 8 of Cups and the Death card. That, my friends, is a fucking bold-faced lie. 7 of Swords. And that is what your connection is showing them. You know? They're having a conversation with the Pope. And the Pope is like, you're full of shit. All right? You need to see how you're full of shit. We have a very strong tie that binds here. So you got to let this energy play out. I imagine they are hoping you'd reach out. But if you did, you would reach a person who would just lie to you in this energy and tell you how great they are and no, I'm still not interested. Not again, thank you. They haven't learned the lesson yet. We have to wait for the tower to hit. That tower. The only reason you're seeing this reading is because of that fucking tower. And I'll tell you what, we have to wait for that to hit. When does it hit? When this becomes too much. Right? 9s of the end in tarot. When this becomes too much, the soul reaches a tipping point and it rises from the ashes. I will tell you, you want Phoenix rising energy? Well, the new moon solar eclipse in Libra that's coming up that I'll be pulling on later in the week. There's your Phoenix rising from the ashes energy, let me tell you that. So I think this is coming soon. We need the tower to hit. And it looks like it's going to. All right? This person, as usual, is full of shit. But that shit's coming to an end. So that's your reading. We'll call it the simmering stew. All right? That's what I'm going to call the reading. And I know it won't get a lot of views. Probably get the lowest number of views on any Leo soap opera. But I'm not looking for views. I'm looking for the people that are here and want to be here and want to know about the energy. The real energy. Instead of getting smoke blown up their ass about somebody regretting it, turning around and coming back. That's just bullshit. Surface energy, maybe. But it's not that simple. This person got some real issues. Some real hang-ups. Life has done them some wrong in many ways. At the very least, psychologically. Alright? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you like stew, because you're about to get a lot of it dumped on your head. I will tell you that. Because they are going to come out of this. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.